What's up, guys? This is Artemis X. We're going to be doing Chapter 3 this time for the Last Crusade, or actually the Cursed Crusade. Sorry, I get it mixed up with Indiana Jones. I just wanted to say that this video, I apologize for the long wait in this video. I was actually, had a couple things that I was taking care of. I don't know if you guys heard about the fire in Beacon Hill. That's kind of where I'm located at, so I was like pretty much right in the crossfire of that, so we had to, evacuate and all that kind of stuff. So it's taking me some time to actually get this video uploaded. So anyways, now I'm going to start the commentary on this chapter. We're going to be doing the first 4 missions. Mission 1, the Walls of Constantinople. Mission 2, the Golden Gate. Mission 3, Trapped in the Yedikule Fortress. And then Mission 4 is going to be like kind of like an epilogue or of some sort, and then that'll be the end of this first video of the chapter 3. So we're going to get started right now, and I did mention before that this is where the game starts to show its increase in difficulty, and you will notice that going into the very first mission right here. So let's get started.
I have the strangest sense of deja vu, Dance.
Everything is going to be fine, just like last time.
Remind me again, why are we here and not in Jerusalem?
We are assisting the son of an emperor to reclaim his city. You need not tell me what you think of that.
The more progress we make, the more guilty we become, Dance. All this has very little to do with the Lord's word anymore. And that's to say, nothing of the Montferrat and his schemes. But hey, as long as there's gold to be had, I guess. And thanks to your promotion, that gold is going to be more accessible than ever.
It appears that the Esteban I know is back. But you do realize that I didn't accept this promotion for gold, right? Besides, I never expected a military promotion to be a problem for you. You're not jealous, are you?
If you are talking about my new tunic, it is only so I look less conspicuous next to you. After all, I don't want people to judge you by your company. And frankly, it's a beautiful cross, isn't it?
It's perfect. It's about as righteous as you are.
I'd like to see you draw a better cross with a brush soaked in pig's blood.
You know, Esteban, there is something dark behind all this, and I want to unmask it. We'll see this through to the end.
I am your shadow, Templar de Ben. A shadow that owes you his life.
All of you, listen to me. For those who don't know me, I am the Templar, Dens de Vale. I was given command of this detachment on the orders of the High Baron, Lord Boniface de Montferrat. He will obey my voice as though it were his. Yes, Templar de Vale!
That was easy, wasn't it?
Our mission is as follows. When the frontal assault begins, we will bypass the Great Wall. Our objective is to destroy their trebuchets and to push through to the rendezvous point, around the Golden Gate. We'll split into 2 groups. The first, led by Esteban, my right-hand man, will climb the battlement. And the other will stay with me on the bottom of the wall. Understood? Understood! Steel yourselves, Crusaders! We come alongside the shore!
Okay, now here we are at the very beginning of the level. Now, this is where the game starts to get pretty difficult. This actual first mission right here, I'm going to hit pause so I can explain this. This is the first mission of Chapter 3, and this is actually where a lot of people have some difficulty in trying to get past this area. Because as you'll notice, the enemies will become stronger, of course. And one of the things is when you'll be separated by with Esteban, you won't be with Esteban during this portion, this short portion of this mission. So a lot of people, you know, that I've heard of tend to die in this area, and I'm gonna try to show you the strategy and the way that I personally found out how to do it. One of the things you want to do is you want to stay back. You want to let your enemies, you want to let your allies fight as many enemies as you want. And like I was telling you before, this skill that you learned from the last nightmare is a very valuable skill to use at this point in the game. This first batch of enemies that you encounter is very easy to take down, and you shouldn't lose any allies. You want to try, before you get to the second part of the this part of the area, you want to make sure all of your allies are alive. You don't want to lose any of them. So this part coming up right now is where you want to use curse mode, and you want to use that ability to kill as many enemies as you possibly can. So as soon as you go in here, now you're separated by Esteban's up on there. Now you do not have Esteban on your side anymore. Your allies are your only support group. So what you want to do is you want to enter curse mode, and you want to kill as many of these guys as you possibly can. And when you see their soul leave their body, that's when they're dead. You know, like that guy just got killed. You want to try to keep as many of your allies alive as possible, and keep in mind that, you know, your curse mode will, you know, decrease over time, so you want to be careful about that. And to kill these guys really quickly, you want to use curse mode as much as you can, and keep your allies alive. It's very important at this point to keep your allies alive as much as possible. Don't let them die, because by the third round you'll have to face a whole bunch of enemies by yourself. So it does get very difficult in this part of the area of the game. You want to try to pick up, if you can, pick up some kind of a dual weapon. I like the sword and axe because it's really effective, and it's you know, very swift combination, as I've said before. Finish off this guy, and let's see, take his axe. There we go. Now we got dual axes. Okay, now you want to continue on, and now you'll notice these enemies will start coming out. And actually, what will happen is these enemies will actually come out in for infinite amount of times. There's actually, they'll just keep pouring out, and you'll have to face them over and over again. There's actually a specific group that you have to kill before you can actually move on into the next area, and I'll talk about that right now. What you want to do right here is you do not want to see, right now I'm doing pretty crappy. What you want to do is you want to take care of this guy first, and you know, from there you want to move backwards. Now you want to go back to these guys, and these are your allies that are left alive. There's only 2 of them right now. I actually did pretty poorly there, but you want to use them as kind of like tanks, and when they start attacking, you want to enter curse mode, and you want to start taking these guys out as fast as possible. At least one, if you can manage that without losing health. Okay, now you gotta take out these guys. This part can be really, really annoying, I'm telling you. Okay, now that we took out all of them, now you want to grab up some weapons real quick. Some new weapons. Because the guys will keep coming, like I said. They'll keep coming out of there. There we go. Now, we want to try to move forward, dodge these enemies. And see, when you actually get to the end of this area up ahead, this is where you're actually supposed to go. It's way up here. And this area right here, if you actually can't get past this area, then there's a couple enemies that you have to still kill. Let's see if I can get past it. Nope, I can't get past it, so that means there's a few enemies that you have to kill. Now keep in mind that I said before that they will come out. They will start coming out, you know, after every time you kill an enemy, another guy will replace it. So there's actually a specific There's actually specific enemies that you have to actually kill in order to make it through there. Now let's see if I can make it through there now. After killing that one guy. Let's see, I'll just kill this guy first. I'm pretty sure I have to go back there and kill the rest of those enemies that are back there at the, let's see, yep. So you want to just ignore this for now, and then go back here and kill the enemies that are back here. These last two enemies are probably, one of these two enemies are the required enemy that you have to kill in order to pass through that area. And you definitely want to use, you know, your curse mode to your advantage at all times when trying to take these guys down. You want to take them down swift and fast. Because if you don't, you know, you're going to have a whole bunch of enemies on your ass. See? So now let's just forget him for now and continue on and see if we can actually move past now. So you're going to see these guys keep coming out one after another, and that guy is dual axis, so you really got to be careful. But let's see if we can move past now. There you go. See? Now you're actually with Esteban, and it becomes a lot more easier now that you're with Esteban. That first part is, you know, pretty difficult to pass. But now the first thing you want to do, obviously, is heal fully. Now that part that we just passed there is probably the most difficult part of the entire level. So the rest of it's going to be a lot easier. Basically, you know, you want to use. I did a little bit of a poor job there, but basically you want to use your, you know, your allies as tanks per se, and you want, you know, to let them attack most of the enemies, so you know you have a few allies left on your hand by the end. If you're actually stuck with no allies by the time you you know, get to the third part of that area, then you're pretty much screwed. You have to, you know, attack all the enemies yourself, which can be difficult. So, anyways, let's move on. Now we have to go in this area. Now you want to use Esteban as kind of a tank throughout this area of the game. You don't want to just go in head first yourself. Now this part we have to actually enter curse mode, and we have to let's see how to do this. There we go. There we go. Gotta blow this thing down. I'm doing it wrong for some reason. There we go. Pushing the wrong button or what, man? What the hell? No, I'm gonna continue on. There we go. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. You have to destroy these with the fire flames. You have to destroy them, knock them down somehow. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. Yeah, destroy the trebuchets. Let's see. I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. Okay, there we go. You just keep doing that until that one's down. Now we go down here. And as soon as you walk down these steps, these guys are going to start coming after you. So you want to walk right back up and let Esteban take the lead. Because Esteban is like a massive tank on nightmare mode, so he's like really invulnerable. The only way he can really die is you know, when you're facing many of the bosses and stuff. But it's a lot easier when you use him as a tank to take care of these enemies. And you definitely want to get that spear. Okay, there we go. Finish this guy off with a dual axes. There we go. And one more guy here. Okay, whoops. Alright. Now... Okay, now there's a little area that you can break right here. It's a wall. And I believe it's... let's see. I remember this. Alright, let's continue on, I think we have to continue on over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's another one of these things you have to knock down, basically. See, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to climb up the stairs for now. Get up here, so I can't get killed. And let Esteban take care of those guys while I take care of the come on, damn it. There we go. Jesus, what the hell is wrong with this thing? There we go. It's acting up a little bit. Okay, now we got the two trebuchets, or whatever you call them, completely destroyed. Now we have to go to the rendezvous point to the north after we take care of these enemies. And your weapons will break a lot more. So I want to get, let's see, here we go. And you will notice that there are some new weapons, and even though the weapons look kind of identical, they are stronger than what we got encountered in Chapter 2. Take care of these two enemies real quick. Okay, grab the spoils. We axe. Let's see if we can find one more. I guess that's good enough for now. Alright, now we need to go north towards the rendezvous point. And there's one area right here, I believe, that we have to break through. Yep, it's right here, I think. Yep, there we go. Okay, now the enemies are going to start pouring out of here. Oops. Maybe thought you can get the upper hand on me? I don't think so. Finish this guy off. Alright. Get some new weapons. Alright, there we go. Now we have to break open this wall right here to go north. I believe it's right here. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Now we're on the other side, basically. Now we have to fight some more enemies. And like I did say, the weapons will start to break a lot more often because the soldiers in this part of the game are a little bit more stronger, so... Or, you know, they have stronger armor on them and stuff, and when you encounter enemies with, you know, stronger armor, then your weapons will be succumb to breaking, you know, more often. Okay. I have to go north. I'm gonna get my spear. Oh, there we go. Alright, I got a C rank on that. Okay, that's the end of that mission. And believe it or not, that's actually one of the hardest missions, the very first part of that. So now we're going to continue on to the second mission.
We'll be there soon, men! Stay with me!
The veil, my young friend.
What a monstrous gate. We're going to need an army of battering rams just to break it down.
This gate has protected the inner city from assaults for centuries, but today it will give, with or without a battering ram. A ram is nothing compared to the weapon at our disposal. DeBale!
My lord, you wish to set this gate ablaze in front of the entire army? Are you sure that's a good idea?
The enormity of our task leaves us little choice this time. We'll need to unify our strength. Alone, you could never hope to bring it down. But the four of us, together we have the power.
So, we'll finally see your handiwork.
Well, one can't lurk in the shadows forever. Soldiers, fall back! Batois, with me. Take position in front of the door.
Esteban, I know you don't like this idea. Boniface is right. We have to put our strength together this one time.
I suppose it's just a fancy door after all.
You see, my dear Batois, what we are capable of with only four of us? Think of the possibilities after we have amassed an entire army.
I understand, my lord.
Bring up the battering ram and finish the task!
Let's get this over with, Esteban. The door must fall.
Alright, now here we are on the second mission, and this is pretty much the same thing as what we encountered in Chapter 1. We have to break down this door first. Takes 3 of them. And there we go. Okay, now we're starting the mission. Okay, now we got to do this again. We got to push these things towards, and if when we see arrows, we want to duck and cover. This first part is pretty easy, same as you know, Chapter 1. Once we get through, then we can start the mission, start actually battling enemies and whatnot. And surprisingly enough, some of these areas do actually have some glitches sometimes, so you want to be careful with that. Nothing you could do, you know, if the game freezes or whatever, you got to start over, you know, start the mission over. But I did have a couple times where I froze during this part of the game, pushing the wrong button, you know. And I was actually stuck in like a mode where I was like ducked down and I couldn't actually move the thing anymore. So it was kind of a pain in the ass. But alright, I want to take care of these guys at the top here. It takes 3 arrows to kill these guys. There we go. There we go. Now we want to move forward. Okay, this mission is actually quite short. Actually, it's not. Oh, oops! I totally just. Now that's actually what happens if you get hit by arrows. It takes like almost half your health away. That was not good. I was totally focused on talking, and I forgot about that. Anyways, you want to take these guys down as fast and quickly as possible as you can. Because we do have half health right now that we're dealing with, so... Whoops. And... okay, there we go. Take care of these guys. Get those dual axes right there. Those will be good to have. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to... these guys are going to keep coming out, actually. They're going to come out infinitely. So what you want to do is you want to break down these. It only takes 1. pretty easy, and then you can continue on. Whoops, I just got caught in the cross line there. God damn it. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. Take out my axes here. I don't have any axes, do I? Oh well. Take care of this guy. There we go. Okay, now we need to go to the southern gate. So we've just finished with the northern gate. Now we have to go to the southern gate and do pretty much the same exact thing. Okay, now we want to try to get some new weapons, because our weapons are actually broken right now, so definitely want to get some new weapons. Oh, see how many hits it takes to kill these guys with one broken weapon? It's just ridiculous, even in curse mode. Alright, there we go. Now that, there we go. Now we're kicking ass. These dual axes are pretty strong. Melee axes or whatever. Well, actually, I got a sword and an axe right now. Okay, let's grab that. Okay. Now, there's a whole bunch of coppers around this area, of course, but we're just going to move on to the game. And this is where we have to go, is right here. This is another area where the game can glitch out, so you have to be careful. Push the right buttons at the right time. You definitely don't want to get hit by arrows this time. I actually should have healed back there. I could have had the chance to heal with Esteban, but oh well. Okay, now we gotta take these guys out with our bow and arrow. Archer. Two more guys to go. And that should be it right there. There we go. Okay, here comes the guys. Now we want to do the same thing. We want to have Esteban focus on the enemies as much as we can. We want to take care of these two things up here at the top. I might want to use this to kill this guy here. Let's see. Come on over here. There we go. Fire. Alright, now we want to enter curse mode and take care of these as fast as we can so the enemies don't keep respawning. This will actually keep the enemies from respawning, so. Okay, there we go. Now we can finish off the remainder of the guys. Dual axes here. Now I did want to mention this. There's actually a very critical point in this mission. Leading into mission 3, you'll actually enter a boss fight, and the weapons that you have currently will actually attain their same, level of durability, basically, leading into the next mission. So you want to absolutely make sure when you enter the mission 3. By the time you're done with mission 2, right now, you want to enter the mission with full weapons. So I got a B rank right there, and I actually did pretty good. So I have dual axes right now, and they're at full health. And like I said before, leading into mission 3, you're going to you have a boss fight right on your hands at the very first beginning of that mission, and the weapon's durability will carry over. So if you have a broken weapon, you're going to be screwed. So I want to make sure not to do that. Now, this is basically the last mission. The mission 4 is kind of like an epilogue. So here we go.
Wretched infidels, you are not worthy to walk on the dirt beneath your boots.
Who is this madman?
I am the warden of Constantinople. I am the champion of the Byzantine Empire. I am Tatakiyos Lente, and I will break you all.
Champions of our Colosseums, not battlefields.
Indeed, this is no playground, friend.
Damned invaders, you will pay for your impudence.
Okay, as I said before, you're right in the middle of a boss fight. Now, the sword they equip you with is this weapon. You want to make sure you do not end up with this weapon being broken. You want to try to use the curse mode as much as you possibly can and take out his armor. See, the further you take out his armor, the more you can cause damage to him. So you want to use the curse mode. Absolutely use the curse mode. I tried to, battle this guy without using the curse mode, and I just got slaughtered. I mean, he's really fast, and he can really, kick your ass. So, and Esteban, can pretty much not die here, hardly at all. But Esteban can't kill him either for some reason. So you want to when he has full armor on, Esteban can't hurt him. So you want to use the curse mode, and you want to try to take down as many armor pieces as you can. And you can see a crucifix right there. But this guy is actually very easy if you know how to do it. But you don't want him to get the upper hand on you like that. His weapons can do insane amounts of damage. His dual axes.
Coward! You're not escaping us!
You are a mighty force indeed, trespassers.
Master Tatakiyos, let us cover your retreat. Do not dishonor yourself with an unfair fight.
Be wary, Varangians. They are much stronger than they seem, but no matter. The walls of the YEDIKULE will halt their advance. Templar, we will meet again. You do not belong.
Okay, this is the first opportunity you get to experience the dual axes, which is one of my personal favorite weapons. You want to try to get your hands on one of those as soon as you can. And that's going to be one of these like bearded guys. They right now, actually my weapon's actually broken right now. So I want to try to kill this guy and get these dual axes from this guy. There we go. Now see, you notice he has heavy axe. Those are actually completely new weapons than what we've had before. But you want to try to kill this guy. This guy right over here on the right here. You want to try to kill him. And I just gave him the fire. Now you want to try to pick up his weapon as soon as you can. That weapon is absolutely the strongest weapon you've had so far. I do not want to get killed. God damn it. Shit. I'm almost dead. I just died. Now when you're in the death state, you'll notice death will start to come for you. If Esteban's not here to pick you up, you want to push X to push him away. Anyways, there we go. I'm going to get the, where's it at? Brute axe, pummel axe. That'll help, but that isn't actually what I was talking about. Now we got weapons. Now we can fight these guys proper. There we go. That spiked mace is pretty good. Okay, let's see if we had our chance to get that weapon. I don't see it anywhere. Well, we'll see more of them later on, but it's basically what it is a dual-handed axe. It really does insane amounts of damage. I missed my chance of getting it though, so anyways, we have to move on now.
Esteban, can't take care of this by myself, you know.
What is it, Dance? Quite a reception! Those would have gone straight through my doublet!
Yes, I'm afraid we're going to have trouble going through them.
Well, if there's one thing I have learned over the years, it's when you can't win, leave! So much for honor!
C'est la vie. Honor has made more dead men than it has made victors.
Which side are we supposed to run along, Dance? We don't have that many options!
How many times must I tell you? Searching your soul might open up more options?
So here we are. You want to just run as fast as you possibly can. This part of the mission is, you know, very difficult because the enemies will keep coming out, and you're only by yourself. You don't have Esteban with you, and so the very end of this mission is very close. You just want to keep running past all these. As soon as you break open this area, the enemies will start pouring out everywhere. So you want to just keep running. Now you'll notice there is a coffer there and an item, but you just want to run as fast as you possibly can. And use curse mode so you can run faster. And you know, anybody that's actually playing the game on Nightmare difficulty would probably have already gotten all of the collectibles in the game by then, so most people will just try to run fast. Now there is an enemy that's going to try to block your way right here towards the very end of the mission. Right past this little section, there's an enemy. It's going to block your way, so you want to be aware of that. He's right here. So you want to try to forget him. Don't try to take him out because the enemies are all after you. You just want to keep running. Keep running. That's all I can say. And then once you get past this area, you're done with the mission. And that's it. Alright, so that's the end of mission 3, and mission 4 is basically just kind of like an epilogue. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. The first mission was actually, you know, probably the most difficult. And in the second video, we're going to focus on the next couple of missions in chapter 3. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
The usurper, Alexius III, both a traitor and a coward, took fright and ran away at the first sight of the crusading army. Alexius IV took advantage of the empty throne and reclaimed it, sharing power with his blinded father, Isaac II. As the Crusaders awaited their contractual payment of 200,000 marks, they settled into the Latin district of the city. Time passed. Days succeeded days, weeks to weeks, and months to months. Dens, my son, while waiting for the Crusade to rediscover its purpose and set sail for Jerusalem, investigated de Montferrat's deeds. Esteban made friends easily, and his shrewd bartering offered him and Dens a comfortable way of life. Alas, the information they sought kept slipping from their fingers. Despite de Montferrat's movements in Constantinople, the nature of his actions remained clandestine. It was clear that de Montferrat was looking for something, but the High Baron was too well guarded and Esteban had to keep his distance. Meanwhile, the relationship between the Crusaders and the Byzantines began to sour. The two factions could no longer dwell in the same city. Alexius IV negotiated for more time to gather their fee and settled them across the Bosporus in hopes of easing the mounting tension. In January 1204, a coup led by a man known as Merciful abruptly ended the agreement between the Crusaders and Alexius IV. Word reached the camp that Merciful had strangled Alexius IV, proclaimed himself Alexius V, and then killed Isaac II. With no means of going home, much less the funding to set out for Jerusalem again, the Crusaders and the Venetians turned their gaze on the wealth that Constantinople had to offer them. In the end, they decided to take possession of its splendor by force.